Hi, this is the Road Glide Rider. You have a Road Glide that has the breeze coming up right here from your riding, and it gets kind of a hassle. Now, I've actually reinstalled the vent closures in my fairing in my 2021, but I still get wind coming up here on my gas tank. I'm going to show you a real easy and inexpensive way to help block that wind. So let's get installing it. Well, this is the wind deflectors that they're talking about, and I went ahead and ordered them. I got them in. One thing I discovered was that there's no bolts and there's no bolting on. If you read the instructions, it just says to clip them on. They press on. So let's see how they press on. As you can see, the instructions are real super simple. Just tells you to clip it on. No bolts required, just clip it right on. So let's see about getting it on. Now, as you can see, this is that little wing going down to the curved part of the brace for the fairing. This clips on the engine guard, and this clips around the gas tank bolt. And it just clips right in. Super simple. Now, this is the way they came, just in a box with some plastic around them. The instructions were in the bottom. And there's no bolts involved. It just clips. You just clip on. According to the instructions, this just clips around the bolt on the front bolt on the tank. And this clips around the road guard. The engine guard. So let's look at the front of the bike and see what it looks like. Now, if you look up here where the bolt for the front of the tank is, there's a little space between the bolt, the tank itself, and the frame. And that's what it clips into. Now, I've got wires here going to my floodlights, so I got to clip that around that. So let's get that on there and see how it looks. Apparently, it just pushes into place. So let's get this thing in there. Now, the way this thing clips around, it's got a little flaring on it. It apparently blocks the way down here for the wind coming up, because I noticed when I'm riding, you got a lot of wind coming up around the bottom of the tank. So let's look at show from the top. Now, I do have lowers on, so this thing will help block it a little bit. As you can see, it does block right there down to the brace on the lower fairing, and comes around to, I guess, blow it up here. We'll see what it does for blocking the air coming up around the outside. So let me get the other side on and we'll see how it goes. Now, one thing about it, because of the tightness down here, it's easier to put it in from the top than trying to bring it up from the bottom. So if you get this, put it in from the top, not the bottom. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but here these braid fins are. They go up here. Now, one thing about it, you got to make sure, now this side's got all kinds of wires and cables and everything else. You got to make sure those are up out of the way to clip that around the front of the tank. Because if you don't move that up, you'll have trouble. Because you got to get that on the tank bolt before you can clip it on the engine guard. But other than that, it went on real easy. So let's take it out on the road, and I'm going to test it and see how it feels. Now that we're taking it for a ride to see how it did, this is actually the next day. I went for a ride yesterday and this morning to see if it really made a difference. At first, it didn't seem to make much of a difference, but when I got out on the highway and got up to speed, I did notice that there actually was less wind. I held my hand out here to see, actually less wind blowing up here. So even though it doesn't seem to do much at first, it did make a difference. So if you want to have an inexpensive way to improve the wind turbulence, especially if you did not put the vents back in there, or you used to have the vents in the earlier models, get that wind deflector for the Road Glide. this is a good road glide specific option you can put on yours. So if you like my videos, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I've been looking at the statistics, and basically 95% of the people that look at my videos do not subscribe. It actually helps the algorithms that YouTube has to get the videos out for people to see. So subscribe, share your video with other road glide riders that want to see what's going on and see what they can do to improve your road glide. So this is the Road Glide Rider, and I'll see you out on the road. Ride safe.